So we just installed the fancy BMS intercooler AFE charge pipes. Next, we're going to be installing AFE's intake for the G70. I think this is the same things for the Stinger, so I'm just going to do a quick unboxing here real quick. Filters, these they actually make in-house in Corona, California. I saw the rolls of filtration material, which is kind of nice because, you know, most of these things are actually made here in the US. Here's a pipe. This is a real airbox. See this thing right here? I'm gonna take it out of the bag in a second here, but the cool thing about this air intake is it's not an open element, so it's not a hot air intake per se, because a lot of people say, oh, you got a hot air intake. Though we have a giant intercooler right here, and it probably doesn't matter because the air goes through the intake, through the intercooler, gets cooled anyways, so yeah, probably doesn't make a big difference. So let me just open up this guy real quick. Here's the airbox out of the bag. Wow, that's cool. This should be pretty easy to install. Now, I am kind of scared that I'm gonna lose the swishiness, but we're just gonna put this on and see if we actually gain more power, all right? So first step with this airbox, turn it over. In the back right here, we got 1 and 2 little holes, see that? That's the OEM grommet that I removed and reinstalled, so it looks like this. Just go over here, reinstall it like so. Okay. Super easy. You can do this with one hand. You can do it with 2 hands. Wow. And then drop the collar in the center, like so. There you go. And then when we install it, you just have to go inside here and then do the bolts. These guys right here go to the turbo, all right? Turbo itself. And then obviously these guys are the little elbows, all right? Now, these giant caps, they're kind of like noisemakers. So if you want to make some noise, leave it off like this, but you're going to suck in some hot air from the engine bay. And if you don't want hot air from the engine bay going into the intake, you can just use these caps. But I already suspect that this intake is going to be less swooshy than my current setup. But the trade-off is you get colder air, which makes more power. So at this point, it's either noise or performance. So we're going to get one of these boys right here, thread locker, or actually this is hydraulic pneumatic sealant. If you guys still use the OG Teflon tape, you got to get with the times. This is the best sealant you can buy these days. Plus it works with brake cleaner, it works with anything, brake stuff. So just tighten this down. This is an NPT fitting, so it doesn't need to be like stupid tight. And yes, you're gonna see a gap right there, but it's no big deal. That's just how NPT works. NPT's tapered like this. It's not like a straight thread. So the deeper it goes in, the more it spreads out. So that's it. I already removed all my filter stuff because I had a different intake on here, but you gotta remove this guy right here. So we're gonna undo these screws. We're gonna probably need some of these, or bolts. Did you guys know that I just dropped my bolt? These are actually screws, they're not bolts. Huh, joke's on me. So when we install this, you just gotta drop this guy, and it goes to these bolt holes right here. 1 there, and 1 right here, right? So we drop this in, we align the intake pipe up here, and I'm just gonna reach inside and pop these bolts in. Obviously, I can't show you this part because it's pretty deep in here, but I'll show you the finished product once we have it lined up. So there's 1 bolt right there, and then the other one's right there. It's hard to tighten it, but you'll get it. It's kind of simple. And we gotta return the screw that's on this side. Don't forget this boy. It's not fun to tighten these guys because you really have no room, but just make sure you put that guy back on there. Here's the driver's side in real time. Show you guys how easy this is. It's crazy easy to install. So pop that guy on, okay, right? And then filter just drops in like so. You just press it in and that's it. Then you take this guy, drop one side to the other side of the silicone. And there you go. You take this guy, drop it in here, Come on. Oh, well, it doesn't help when this thing falls off. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Now you tighten everything up, and we're done. So here's the final install. We got the Takeda filter on, or AFE Takeda. We got the AFE charge pipes. These are the same parts that would fit in like a Stinger, right? And then my Grady blow-off valves, the other side of the charge pipe right there, the other air box, and then BMS big boy intercooler, and then the little fittings on that side, fittings on this side. Now we're ready to put this guy together and take it for a test drive.